The following video you're about to see was made by 8th grade AVID students at Bearden Middle School in Knoxville, Tennessee. AVID is an elective college preparatory program that prepares students to attend a four-year college upon high school graduation. Bearden Middle School is an AVID school-wide site of distinction, and we are in partnership with Digital Promise, Verizon Innovative Learning Schools. We are also an IB candidacy school. Asia Rogers, 8th grade, BMS AVID student.
September 11th, 2001 was a day that Americans should respect and honor until the end of time. Countless lives were lost, including the fearless men and women who served our country. Charity was given to those and their loved ones that were hurt mentally and or physically. Sadly, America lost many brave souls that day. 9/11 is a sad day in history and has negatively affected the lives of people all over the world. Catherine Dupree, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
On this day, September 11th, 2001, a gruesome thing happened. Two planes had been hijacked and ran into the World Trade Center. This picture shows the World Trade Center after the planes hit. Kayla Jones, 8th grade, Bearden Middle.
Death, destruction, charity, salvation, war, money, and loved ones. All of these things are factors of the 9/11 attack. This day brought unexplainable fear and sorrow to New Yorkers and the people of America. Over 3,000 people died during or soon after the September 11th attack. There were only 20 survivors in the towers because the towers collapsed in under 10 seconds. Buddy Brazil, 8th grade.
The Twin Towers were the tallest buildings as well as office space for 35,000 people. Unfortunately, on September 11, 2001, two planes hit these towers. This traumatizing attack concluded in 2,996 deaths. This will never be forgotten.
We just had a plane crash into Upper floor of the World Trade Center.
I've always admired the bravery and courage of the firefighters on September 11, 2001. Certain people took control of the situation and helped other New York citizens during this tragic event. 343 firefighters were killed serving their city. I strive to become as fearless in helping as these protectors. May the ones who perished rest in peace. Sydney Zerker, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
This was 9/11 before the attack. Civilians had no idea what was going to happen to them. They had no clue that their lives would change forever on September 11, 2001. This picture is of the Twin Towers after the attack. Two planes crashed into the Twin Towers. Thousands of people died. This was one of the biggest wake-up calls America has ever had. We will never forget. 8th grade, Bearden Middle School, Abby McGill.
Two planes, two broken windows. Oh, God!
On 9/11, over 343 firefighters lost their lives to the crashing towers. This is a tragic world event that will never be forgotten.
When you think of 9/11, you think of the Twin Towers collapsing. But that is not the only thing that happened on September 11th, 2001. Plane 77 collided into the Pentagon. 185 people reported dead. The damage caused will never be fixed, and the lives lost will never be regained. Emily Mayer, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
It was thought to be another normal day in metropolitan New York City on September 11, 2001. It was 8 o'clock in the morning and it was busy like always. No more than a few hours later, thousands of citizens from many countries were killed, and the World Trade Center was non-existent. Many people act like this is a joke, but it is no joke. We will never forget who ran forward while others ran away. BMS 8th grade Colin Carruthers.
As men and women all over New York City said goodbye to their families for the last time on the 11th of September 2001, and as 8:40 a.m. came, the Twin Towers tragically went. They were struck by hijacked planes, causing the tower to collapse, and took the lives of tens of thousands of innocent people, only to leave death, sadness, and what seemed like an infinite cloud of smoke and debris that surrounded the city of New York for more than 2 months. Bearden Middle, 8th grade, Hayes Bueller.
The time is 9:37 a.m. and American Airlines Flight 7 has just crashed into the west wall of the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. There were 5 hijackers aboard this flight. This is a steel beam that was found by Frank Selecha 2 days after the September 11th attacks. It weighs at least 2 tons, and it is at least 17 feet long.
"9/11 was a very, very tragic event, but America didn't give up. We grew stronger as a country and became a lot closer. We stepped up our protection and safety. This picture shows that we overcame the tragedy and we grew." 8th grade, Bearden Middle School, Carly Campman.
On 9/11/2001, the Twin Towers were involved in a tragic terrorist attack that shocked the nation. Firefighters all over New York City came to save ones trapped in the buildings, risking their lives for the better of others. Over 340 firefighters died on 9/11, others later dying from cancer and some still battling it. These men and women fought to save others, even in New York's darkest moment. Jake Kane, Bearden Middle School, 8th grade.
When the Pentagon was hit along with the Twin Towers on September 11th, it was an immensely sad day for all American citizens. Many lives were lost in a horrible way. This is 9/11. We truly will never forget. 8th grade, Bearden Middle School, Catherine Trent.
The morning of September 11, 2001 was a clear and sunny day, until what happened next. The Twin Towers were hit by a terrorist plane and immediately caught on fire. The fire spread out throughout the building, killing thousands of people. The smoke rose out and warned the citizens of New York of the tragic event. This was one of the most saddest events in history. Never forget. 8th grade, Bearden Middle, Parker Knott.
In less than 1 year, more than 4 million people visited the National September 11th Memorial at the World Trade Center. These visitors have come from all 50 states and 170 countries. This only shows how much people are affected by the currents even today. All the way up to present-day visitors continue to visit these sites for all the people who left us too soon.
These pictures of the memorials in New York show how many people died due to the destruction and sickness that came with 9/11. Spencer Walter, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
In New York on September 11, 2001, a normal day turned out to be a tragic, major day in history. The streets of New York City were completely empty because all people could look at was the absence of the towers. They were in shock. The absence of the towers is awful, and everyone will remember that day. It will go on from generation to generation because it was such a sad day. Tristan Beam, Bearden Middle, 8th grade.
Can you imagine looking up out of the window and seeing your death? That's what the people in the World Trade Center saw. They saw that plane heading straight for them. All of a sudden, everything went black. It was the end. So many lives were lost. 8th grade, Bearden Middle, Rachel Adams.
September the 11th, 2001, the World Trade Center was attacked. At 9:59 and 2:28 that day, the towers collapsed. 224 people died from the dust and debris. Mackay Gray, Bearden Middle School, 2016.
Was one of the worst events that has ever happened. 2,996 people were killed and many people were never found. Men worked for weeks to clean up the World Trade Center wreckage as New York City mourned their loved ones' losses. All gave some gave all.
After 9/11, our country was in total shock. Years later, we rebounded and built the One World Trade Center. This shows that we can bounce back after a tragic event.
When American Airlines Flight 77 hit the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., 125 people were killed. Thank you to all the firemen who risked their lives, and some who even died, to save so many people. 9/11 never forget. Marshall Harkrider, Bearden Middle School, 8th grade, Pixabay.com, BinSounds.com.
This in this office. We're not ready to die, but it's getting bad. I understand that. We can get those guys all the apparatus there. I'm trying to let them know where you are.
It's easy to lose hope when you're fearing for your life and others. 9/11, New York City, we'll never forget. Jenna Berry, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
The lives lost due to this tragic event will forever be remembered, never forgotten. Samara Johnson, 8th grade, Bearden Middle.
Jules, this is Ryan. Lives on an airplane that's been hijacked. If things don't go well, it's not looking good. I just want you to know it's absolutely
On September 11, 2001, an Islamic extremist group called Al-Qaeda hijacked 4 airliners and attacked targets in the United States. 2 of the planes were flown to the Twin Towers, 1 into the Pentagon, and 1 crashed into a field. The attacks led to extreme destruction, the death of 3,000 people, and 400 brave officers died. This is James Wilson, Bearden Middle, signing off.
On September 11, 2001, 2 planes hit directly into the Twin Towers, causing terror shaking the entire earth. Lots of people died that day, marking this day as a tragic day in history. No matter where you were, you knew people and felt the attack. Many diseases were passed. Many people that died that day were firefighters and other law enforcement. People risked their lives to save others. Elijah Outland, 8th grade.
All the heroes that have sacrificed their lives in the storm, the brave souls that helped others live when they themselves had died. The deceased have not died in vain, they will be in our hearts forever. We are forever grateful for them risking their lives to save ours. Our country has never been more unified. We thank the heroes that sacrificed their lives. We will remember them forever. Christine Tran, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
South Tower, Adam. South Tower. 478. South Tower. No more civilians.
On September 11, 2001, in NYC, lots of debris was left behind, including very little of the Twin Towers. Telling us off 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.
It's Brian. A plane crashed into the Trade Center. It's on fire, and I'm in it, and I can't breathe. Tell everyone I love them, and I don't get out of here.
I kept telling him, "You're going to get out of there." And that's when he said to me, "Elena, you don't understand. There are people jumping from the floors above us." Elena McGinnis. I always wondered why people would jump from the building, but when you're faced with burning in a fire, you will do anything to avoid it. Asia Rogers, 8th grade, Bearden Middle School.